Good evening, everyone. This is Kellyanne from Divine Messages and the High Priestess Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. This is going to be a collective reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Gemini. I'll be taking a look at your recent past, your present, and near future energies for you. I'll also be looking at any obstacles or challenges that you're currently dealing with, and I'll be asking Spirit for advice or messages to help you along on your soul's journey as we go, okay? I've already pre-shuffled with your energy, Gemini, so that we can get started right away. Remember that if this reading does not resonate with you for some reason, please be sure to check out your moon sign, because that is connected with your emotions, your Venus, as well as your rising signs, okay? You might find some information there that resonates with you, okay? So let's begin. Tonight, I'm using the Wandering Star Tarot for your reading, and I'll be clarifying with the Tarot of Divine. Okay, so let's get started. Holy Spirit, my guardian angels, my loved ones, and my ancestors that have crossed over, thank you for this gift of divination, and thank you for your blessings and for your protection. As I attempt to interpret and clarify these messages and advice that you'll be channeling through me tonight, Spirit, I ask that you be as concise as possible so that I may interpret them correctly and provide accurate guidance to my Gemini audience tonight. Okay, so right away, I'm getting some cards that are wanting to come out in terms of your recent past energy, Gemini. All right, so I'm getting the Page of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Wands upright, and the Five of Pentacles upright. So Gemini, what I'm strongly seeing here is that in the recent past, you may have been feeling a sense of struggle or hardship in terms of your finances. Maybe there was a sense of loss. Maybe there was a sense of you feeling kind of like pushed aside, or possibly even left out in the cold, or you feel like maybe you've been abandoned in some sense. But there's definitely the strong sense of lack about this energy here. Okay, whether it's financial lack or emotional lack, I'm getting like a sense of sadness, a sense of regret about something here. I'm strongly also getting you feeling like you've been made to feel very defensive. You feel like you're currently being challenged, and you're having to rely on your courage to kind of stand up for yourself. I'm getting the sense that you're currently going through something that had you feeling like you had to defend yourself in the recent past. You had to constantly like dig your heels in because it was something that you believed in and something that you were willing to fight for. But for some reason, you felt like you were being attacked or picked on, or possibly your person wasn't hearing you, or wasn't maybe respecting your opinion, or maybe you just felt like you weren't on the same page and this was something that was important to you. So you kind of maybe, dug your heels in and like you were sticking to it. But at the same time, you felt like you had to protect yourself and almost like put like a protective bubble around yourself, because it got to the point where you were feeling, very, very defensive here. Now, I am seeing with this Page of Wands that possibly you received some kind of news that maybe was not so great, some kind of communication about a situation that possibly, led you to feel this sense of loss or struggle. All right. Also, I'm getting the sense that possibly somebody here had an idea about moving forward towards something that maybe you once were, kind of really into or very passionate about, but then somebody pulled back their energy, and, because they just weren't motivated, or they felt like now was not a good time to pursue this opportunity. Okay. So that's what I'm strongly getting for your recent past. So let's go into your current energy, and we'll take a look at any obstacles or challenges that you might be currently going through in respect to what happened in your recent past. And then we'll also take a look at your current energy and see what's cooking for you right now. Okay, Gemini? All right, so I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This one wanted to come out. I'm seeing the Queen of Swords in reverse. I don't know if you can hear my dogs going nuts. This is like their time where they get wonky at dusk, and they start, getting all sorts of energy and chasing each other around the yard. So I apologize for that noise. This is like their yah hour, I call it. I'm seeing the Three of Cups here, Gemini. And let's get one more for that spirit. Current energy for Gemini, please. Like the bewitching hour for puppies. Okay, and I'm also getting the Fool, major for Aries. So what I'm currently seeing, Gemini, in terms of an obstacle or a challenge that you're currently working through, is that there was some kind of missed opportunity here in terms of growth and prosperity. Possibly there was a missed opportunity in terms of like acquiring property or making a large purchase here. And there was some hope for like some new beginning or some new endeavor that you wanted to take on, but that didn't come to pass. And currently I feel like that's what you're dealing with. And that may be tied to this Five of Pentacles energy from your recent past. Now remember that Five of Pentacles really does speak to like a sense of lack. And there may have been that communication that came in about that possibly was not good news. So even though, you were willing to fight for this thing or stand up for yourself and continue to, pursue this, it may not have panned out. Now, as a result, with this Queen of Swords in reverse, if this is you, because this is air energy, Gemini, you're having a very hard time kind of thinking logically about the situation right now. You're having a hard time wrapping your head around it. You're having a hard time problem solving. You're having a hard time like being strong as you normally do because you're allowing your emotions to get in the way here. Now, typically as an air signs tend to be able to be very objective. They're able to think of things logically, kind of problem solve, especially when there's things that need to be sorted out in terms of legal matters or just in terms of things being sorted out using your intellect or facts, just being overall very logical, right? But this mature feminine energy is having a very hard time doing that right now because there's emotion that's getting in the way here. That's what I'm strongly getting. Excuse me. Now, I am seeing that there may be currently this like new opportunity where somebody really wants to kind of not overthink this and kind of take a leap of faith, have this brand new beginning, right? That involves possibly reuniting or reconnecting with somebody or a group of people. And when this happens, there's going to be like rejoicing. There's going to be like some type of reunion here. This could be like with a group of friends. It could have to do with family members, but overall it's the sense of reconciliation or possibly coming back together in a joyful, celebratory kind of way to kind of celebrate, something that is making you happy. So even though something may not have worked out here currently and, it made you a little bit upset emotionally, I am seeing that there is this opportunity for a new beginning here, like a new adventure. And that may involve this reunion of sorts with people that you care about. So let's clarify some of these cards, Gemini, and see what's going on here, okay? First, let's look into this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Why is this here for Gemini? What is this missed opportunity for Gemini? What does this have to do with? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to, oh, wow, too many cards. I had seen the Wheel of Fortune there, which had to do with, a turn of events, an upward tick, in terms of your fortune, so to speak. Good luck. God, there were way too many cards for me to read, so let's try to get something else here. Spirit, tell me about this Ace of Pentacles in reverse for Gemini, please. The Nine of Swords. Wow. So you've been very worried about this situation. You've been all up in your head, filled with anxiety and stress. You know, feeling a lot of worry, maybe having some insomnia over this, whatever this opportunity was. Wow. And I'm getting the Queen of Swords again in reverse. This is for you. This is your message, Gemini. Definitely air energy here. Again, somebody who's having a very hard time keeping their emotions out of this scenario. And wow, there's that Seven of Wands again. You really defending and fighting for this. Like whatever this was, you were like not giving up. You were digging your heels in here. Okay. Now I am seeing the Ace of Wands in reverse. Some kind of missed opportunity again. Like some kind of communication that you were waiting for maybe didn't come in. And there was like this lack of energy in terms of, feeling motivated to pursue something that like didn't work out. Now with this Magician card, which is your card, Gemini, right? Major for Gemini, you were really trying to make this come to fruition. You were really trying to make this happen. So whatever this thing was that you were working on, that you were refusing to give up on, you were using everything in your power to kind of bring this to fruition here. And the fact that it didn't work out left you feeling very upset and kind of unable to make logical choices about moving forward or how to problem solve or how to deal with this because, your emotions kind of factored in here. That's what I'm strongly getting. So let's take a look at this Three of Cups setup here. All right. And this new beginning with the Fool. Because that Fool card really has to do with potential. It's a little bit of like a risk, but it's like almost like not overthinking something. Just having this like lightness and saying, you know what? I'm just going to take this leap of faith. I'm not going to overthink. I'm just going to, do this. And we have this Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands is kind of like an inconsistent back and forth energy, possibly, excuse me, of somebody wanting to pursue something that you're very passionate about, very driven to move toward, something that you might feel has a lot of opportunity for growth and potential, but yet at the same time, it's like you're pulling back your energy. You're not quite sure if you want to move on this just yet. So there's a lot of like back and forth energy here about this new opportunity. Definitely something that maybe you're thinking about pursuing, but there's hesitancy here. Okay. But I am seeing that it involves either reuniting or having a reconciliation with a group of people or your person, where there's going to be some celebratory energy here. There's going to feel like a sense of abundance, a reason to be joyful. Okay. In terms of whatever this new opportunity is. Let's get one more for that. Tell me about this Fool card. Somebody may be feeling like their self-esteem maybe is not so great because of what happened in the past. Or maybe you're just feeling like a little antsy about moving forward with this. Like you're feeling a little bit of anxiety about it. Ugh. Okay. So, yeah, I got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is major for Taurus. Excuse me. The Hierophant has to do with like structure. It has to do with commitment. It has to do with tradition. You might be seeking out a spiritual kind of counselor here or someone that you talk to like on a spiritual level, about whether or not you feel like this is a good opportunity for you. You might be seeking out some kind of spiritual wisdom if that resonates with you. But the Hierophant really has to do with like you trying to move forward or level up in terms of your commitment with a person or some kind of structured situation here, right? Because when the Hierophant comes up, it kind of has to do with almost like maturing in a relationship or maturing in the sense of how you perceive something. It's like a leveling up kind of energy where you're going from the beginning phases of something into something more committed. Okay? So possibly this Three of Cups has to do with you reuniting with your person or reconciling with your person, and you're trying to have this new beginning, and you want it to move towards a committed situation or a more committed situation. Like how relationships typically progress as time moves on, right? If they're meant to work out. But there's a little bit of hesitancy here. There's that like back and forth energy with this Knight of Wands. Like you're moving towards it and then you're pulling back. Or this could be your person, pulling back. Let's go into your near future energy and see what's going on here. Okay. Can I have near future energy for Gemini, please? Near future energy for Gemini, please. Near future energy for Gemini, please. Near future energy for Gemini, please. Okay. So I got the Temperance card, major for Sagittarius. I also got the Chariot card in reverse, which is major for Cancer. Let's see what else we have. Oh, my goodness. A lot of cards. Justice card in reverse, Libra. Energy. Two of Wands. Let me move these out of the way so that we can fit all of these cards. Wow, we have a lot of cards. Five of Wands in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, Eight of Cups. And, wow, let me move these further down. Eight of Cups in reverse and 10 of Cups in reverse. I don't know if you can see the 10 of Cups in reverse. Let's see. Let me just put this up so I can squish this in. Okay, now you should be able to see everything. Okay. All right, a lot of reverse cards here. So moving forward into your near future energy, as a reader, when I get a lot of cards in reverse, it strongly suggests to me that something's out of whack, that there's some kind of energy here where there's like a lack of balance. All right, which, I was just going to say that with this Temperance card, major for Sagittarius, when this card shows up in reverse, it's really speak to somebody still needing to heal from something. Okay. And there's a lack of moderation and a lack of balance in this energy here. Like things need to be leveled out. Things need to be healed. Things need to be worked out in order to bring that balance back into this equation. Now, I am seeing with this Two of Wands right smack in the middle of your near future energy, that you feel, Gemini, that you are at a current crossroads in your life where you're trying to make a decision about your future. Are you going to remain in this energy? Or are you going to remain in this relationship? Or are you going to remain with this person? Or are you going to take a new path for yourself? Are you going to be making plans with your partner? Or are you going to try something new? All right, so let's kind of look into this and see what's going on. I'm currently seeing here that in the near future, Gemini, you are still feeling a sense of injustice, or you feel like the wrongs have not been set right here. All right. And that's preventing you from moving forward and meeting your goals and reaching your success of where you thought you might be. Okay. Because you feel like there's still like this sense of unfairness here, this sense of injustice. Right. And just like with the Temperance card, when this card is in reverse, it's like that lack of balance, that lack of equality. that lack of like leveling energy. And that's kind of causing you to feel moving forward that you're not able to move forward and you're not able to reach the benchmarks that you set for yourself. And the reason for that is that I'm seeing kind of like this 8 of Cups energy in reverse. So you or your person in the recent past or even currently may have walked away from this relationship or was pulling back your energy from this relationship, and now you're kind of like in the near future you might be reconsidering coming back. It's kind of like, do I stay or do I go kind of energy, right? Now, the reason that you walked away is because, again, just like with the Chariot card in reverse, this 3 of Wands really speaks to you being very patient. You feel like you put in your time. You feel like you have invested quite a bit of yourself and your time and your energy and your heart into something, and you're like patiently waiting for your ships, but they're like not coming in, right? It's like you're not reaching your highest potential here. So you just felt like, maybe, I'll walk away, right? But in the near future, I see that somebody may be revisiting this and wanting to come back. And the reason that I feel that is because with this 5 of Wands in reverse, somebody wants to stop the fighting. Somebody wants to stop the drama, that competition, that combative energy where you guys are going back and forth and back and forth. Somebody wants to stop that. I'm also seeing with this 10 of Cups here, guys, that there's definitely a sense moving forward of this like disharmonious energy in the home here, right? There's like a lack of contentment. There's a lack of like harmony where everybody's kind of seeing eye to eye, and there's like this issue of having that sense of balance and flow in the home. Okay, so because of all of these things that I'm seeing here, there's kind of like this wanting to repair this, wanting to stop the fighting, wanting to possibly bring that balance into the home, bring that leveling into the home. So that's why you're kind of like at this crossroads, Gemini, in the near future. Are you going to stay or are you going to go? That's kind of like the message here, right? With this 2 of Wands, you're at this crossroads. This card is like somebody already walked away or pulled back their energy from this relationship. And now it's like in the near future, you're kind of, wondering, should I come back? Should I not? Let's pull some cards for that to find out. Okay, so tell me about this 2 of Wands for Gemini. Tell me about this 2 of Wands for Gemini. Because overall, with this energy here, this whole row of cards indicates to me that there's definitely some injustice here, or definitely a sense of unfairness here, where somebody feels like they can't meet their potential here. Or there's definitely a sense of, plans not moving forward. And that's causing, a lot of dysregulation in the home, disharmony. And, there's like the lack of balance, like I mentioned before. Yeah, you have the 6 of Swords. Somebody needs to leave the past in the past. Somebody is definitely wanting to move away from this kind of murky atmosphere and move toward calmer shores, like a more peaceful existence here. It's about leaving the past that wasn't serving you in the past and moving forward, which is, I was clarifying the 2 of Wands. That's exactly what I was talking about. Are you going to stay or are you going to move away from what is no longer serving you, Gemini? Let's check out what this 8 of Cups is about. Why is the 8 of Cups here for Gemini in reverse? Okay. Yeah, I'm getting the 2 of Cups. Definitely has to do with your relationship. I am seeing the Chariot card here. Now it's in the upright. So it has to do with you wanting to move forward, you wanting to arrive at the place where you see yourself, meeting your goals, meeting your benchmarks and arriving and succeeding, at the place where you see yourself with your person. Okay. Now I am seeing the Hangman. I'm going to put this here because I know we don't have too much room. Hangman is major for Pisces. Right now, you may be feeling like you're in limbo, like you don't see any progress. Things are just kind of stagnant. You're just hanging around, like nothing's being done. You're not moving forward. You're not moving backward. Nothing's happening, right? And it may be because you either need to see some things from somebody else's perspective, or you need to change your mindset about something. Or, maybe you need to wrap your head around a different way of thinking in terms of this relationship, in order to move this forward. Okay. Now I am seeing the Justice card in the upright now, major for Libra, and I am seeing the World in reverse. So what this indicates to me is if you choose to come back in the near future, and even if you didn't physically walk away, maybe like you guys are not speaking right now, or maybe, energetically you're just not jiving. Maybe there's like the silent treatment or something going on in the house, but I'm definitely getting that sense where, you guys are like separated energetically. But if you want to reinvest in this, Gemini, I'm strongly getting that once you wrap your head around maybe the other person's perspective, or you're able to see things from someone else's point of view, or maybe change your own point of view, you're going to reestablish that sense of justice where you're going to feel like the wrongs had been set right. Or maybe it's your person doing that, and then you feel like things are more just, things are more fair for you. Okay. Another thing that I'm seeing, guys, here with this World card in reverse is that this is not over between the two of you. There's not a sense of completion or closure here to this arrangement. So whatever this is, there is this possibility that you're going to continue working on this arrangement here. Okay. Now, I just want to pull one more for this Two of Cups. Tell me about this Two of Cups here. Tell me about this Two of Cups. Because the Two of Cups does have to do with like a soul tie. It has to do with a relationship. Too many, Spirit. It has to do with, you feeling a sense of commitment or a sense of union, that bonds between you and another person. It doesn't always have to be a romantic bond. It could be like siblings. It could be, your BFF, somebody that you're very close to, feel very connected to. Yeah. So I was just talking about new beginnings, right? You have the Fool card again. So it's like the Fool has to do with taking this leap of faith, right? Like kind of saying, I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to kind of see what happens. I'm going to tread lightly. I'm going to not bring emotional baggage with me. And you had that over here in your current energy, and that's also coming up in your near future energy. So there is a possibility that somebody here is going to change the way that they think or the way that they see things, kind of embrace the other person's point of view maybe, or their side of the story, or maybe just, change your thinking overall about this whole dynamic between the two of you. And as a result, there's going to be this like new beginning. Because like I said, I'm not seeing a sense of completion or closure here with this. I see that there's some stuff that needs to be worked on for sure, but I'm definitely seeing that this is not over between the two of you. So let's move over here and let's get some advice from Spirit for you, Gemini, okay? So what advice do you have for my Gemini viewers, please, Spirit? What advice do you have for Gemini moving forward? What do you want them to know for Gemini? Let me know when you're ready, Spirit. Okay, so I'm getting the Six of Cups. And I'm getting the Knight of Cups. What did I just say? Okay, so this is definitely a long-standing relationship. There's a sense of nostalgia here. All right, there's fond memories. You might have kids with this person, children. It doesn't have to be. But with the Six of Cups, this may have to do with reconciliation and kind of reestablishing that harmony between the two of you. This could be somebody that you even know from childhood or somebody you've known for a very long time, right? And there's nostalgia here. There's fond memories from the past. So, that's why you're not willing to let go. And remember, you have that Seven of Wands here. You digging your heels in and not wanting to, let go of this. And that came up twice. That came up in your recent past and your current energy, right? Showed that you were very worried about this, whatever it was. And I am seeing this Knight of Cups, which is really that loving energy. There's like a prospect here, possibly even for like a proposal, if you guys have been dating. Because the Knight of Cups really represents somebody moving towards you with romantic intent, like love in their heart. Somebody who's possibly, on a quest to kind of make a proposal to you, offer an apology, offer their cup of love to you, kind of show that, you're willing to try to make this work, have that reconciliation, that reunion, reestablish that harmony here. So what I'm strongly getting, Gemini, from Spirit is that, again, that this is not over between you two. And really, honestly, I think the key card here was really that Hangman, being able to see things in a different light, maybe being able to wrap your head around someone else's perception of this or embrace a new way of thinking, which will help your progression and help you be able to move forward toward your goals and where you see yourself here. All right. And when you do that, that's going to set things right. That's going to kind of set the wrongs right and establish that kind of situation where you feel like things are more fair in this relationship. It's got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is that mature, masculine energy, possibly a water sign. Could be a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer, doesn't have to be, but the King of Cups is a very loving, mature energy, somebody who's very stable, somebody who's, generous and kind and loving and caring, somebody who's, able to give love, receive love, very mature, in their emotions. They're not somebody, who's like all over the place. So I'm glad to see that that is kind of following the Knight of Cups, because sometimes the Knights are like a little bit inconsistent. They can be romantic, but then sometimes they retract their energy. So the fact that it's followed by this Knight of Cups, this is a very strong indication that if you do choose to kind of stay and work out the situation between you and your person, that, there's definitely a loving energy here and that this is going to have a happy ending. There's going to be reconciliation. You're going to reestablish that harmony between you guys and, things are going to work out. But it does have to do with kind of wrapping your head around, seeing things differently and like really respecting the other person's point of view in this situation. Okay, so Geminis, that's what I have for you today. I'm glad that this turned out well. I hope that this reading has helped you guys in some way. And if so, please comment. Please share the video, hit the like button or subscribe to my channel. With the subscription, it's free and it entitles you to all of your readings as they're posted. And that really helps my family out, okay? And I really appreciate your support so very much. You have no idea. I hope to see you at your next reading, guys. And please always remember to keep gratitude in your heart no matter what, okay? Thank you so much. Have an awesome evening and God bless.